Hello, and thank you for joining me today. I'm Linda Mitchell of Living Inspired Coaching. That's body-centered coaching and healing. I'm here today to talk to you about something super powerful and really easy to do that will help you reduce stress, worry, anxiety, and yes, even physical pain. Most people have heard of acupuncture and how it can really help. So today, I want you to get out your box of straight pins and your pin cushion, and I'm going to show you exactly where to stick yourself so you can do a self-acupuncture session. Isn't that great? And no, that's a horrible idea. I'm just kidding. For decades, as a licensed massage therapist and life purpose coach, I've been helping people heal, teaching techniques, and sharing solutions. But if you know me, or you've worked with me, then you also know I love to use humor in all of my work because it's such a powerful and healing force. So today, I invite you to take it all in, the serious parts and the fun parts, because it's a great way to learn. Worry and anxiety are widespread in our current reality. If you can relate, you're certainly not alone. The good news is, once you learn this technique, you can use it for the rest of your life. You can learn more and more about it and go deeper and deeper with it to help yourself with all sorts of difficult or challenging situations. I'm going to teach you a technique called tapping, or EFT, which stands for Emotional Freedom Technique. And that works much like acupuncture, but no needles are necessary and you never have to feel like a pincushion. Sound good? As I started to say at the outset, I'm Linda Mitchell of Living Inspired Body-Centered Coaching and Healing, and I've been a certified EFT practitioner since 2007. With EFT and all the other tools in my toolbox, I have taught and helped thousands of people achieve more peace, harmony, and pain relief in their lives. And so I am thrilled to share this technique with you today as well. If you're looking for a way to relax, stop the negative thoughts running rampant in your head, you're in the right place. Tapping on various acupuncture points can help you balance your body's energy and overcome worry in just a few sessions over a few days. In severe cases, it may take a few weeks, but the research studies show, and now there are hundreds of them, that prove that EFT tapping is an extraordinarily effective technique and has lasting effects. How about that? A drug-free, side effect-free treatment that costs nothing. The pharmaceutical and medical industries can't make a penny on it. No wonder it's one of the best kept secrets. For those of you who have never heard of EFT before, it's a form of physiological acupressure used to treat a wide range of emotional and physical problems. EFT is basically a tapping sequence which helps reduce or release blockages within your physical and energetic systems so you can begin to live a more peaceful, harmonious, and enjoyable life. Many people I introduce this to say, it sounds really good, but does it really work? Now, although it's relatively new, only a few decades old, it draws on the science from Eastern modalities that have been around for 5,000 years. And Albert Einstein professed over 100 years ago that everything is energy, including our bodies. EFT works to eliminate the hidden negative emotions in our bodies that cause disruptions in our physical systems. As a licensed massage therapist for over 18 years, I always say our unresolved emotions and issues land in our tissues. So true. The body never lies. Our physical bodies are the outward representation of our inner landscape. And by that I mean, our thoughts, feelings, beliefs, they become our physical reality. And so people who really feel like they need to be in control, or they feel like their life is out of control, they want more control, that ends up landing in the neck, right? And then people who feel a sense of obligation and responsibility, and they're always feeling like they should do this and they should do that, that lands in your shoulders, right? So I always say, stop shoulding on yourself. You're shoulding on yourself. That's really what I mean when I say our issues land in our tissues. Now, using EFT, you can teach your body to relax and teach it to react more calmly to the unavoidable stressors of everyday life. Before we do a session, let me familiarize you with the steps, and then we'll jump in and do a round of tapping. Sound good? The first thing we always do before beginning any tapping sequence is to tune into the stress, tension, anxiety, worry, or physical pain that you're experiencing and rate it on rate it on a scale of 1 to 10. Just jot it down or make a mental note of that number. All right, great. Step 1. It's called the setup statement. It's meant to help you focus on whatever it is that needs to be healed. Now, we don't focus on it to amplify it, but we simply focus on it because we must acknowledge what's going on before we can eliminate or lessen it. There's another phrase my clients always hear me saying, and that is, what you resist persists. We can't fix that which we ignore or sweep under the rug, right? So the first step is to identify and acknowledge the issue. The setup statement sounds something like this. I invite you to personalize it for whatever's going on in your own body. Here's the statement. Even though I have this, fill in the blank with the problem that you want to address, even though I have this anxiety and worry, I completely accept myself just as I am. Then we have step 2, the tapping sequence itself. Use your middle and index finger, or you can use all 4 fingers, and simply tap on each point as we talk through how you're feeling. For today, I would say just follow along and repeat each statement that I say. Now, I want to show each of you the points that I'm going to use. These are just the main points because we can't go into all of them today in the interest of time. But if anyone wants a copy of this for your personal use, please let me know. I'm happy to share it with you. Each time you tap on a point, you'll say statements that are simply talking frankly about the problem that you're trying to deal with. And you say these statements without fear. I'm going to lead you with some phrases that you can use, and then you can feel free to add your own words as well. Tapping for anxiety really does work. So let's give it a try right now. No needles, no side effects, no copays. As we tap together, you can simply watch me and just follow along as you listen and repeat the phrases. Okay, I'm going to give you a little bit of time. I'm going to do a little bit of pausing so you can repeat after me. First, let's tune in. Take a nice deep breath. Decide what you want to focus on, and now give that a number. What's your level of discomfort on a scale of 1 to 10? Alrighty. And of course, 1 is not much discomfort at all, and 10 is the most intense it can be. All right, got your number? All right, let's start by tapping on the karate chop point. It's right here on the fleshy part of the edge of the hand. And just repeat what I say. If you want to personalize it, please feel free to add your own words. Even though I feel all of this anxiety and worry in my body, I love and accept myself just as I am. Repeat again. Even though I feel all of this stress and worry in my body, I love and accept myself just as I am. Great. Now we're going to move to the inside of the eyebrow point. Repeat after me. All this stress, all this worry outside of the eye, this stress and this worry, it's making me so anxious. I'm going to take my glasses off for this. Under the eye. Sometimes the worry consumes me. I find myself worrying about so many things. Under the nose. I can't stop worrying sometimes. Chin point. Even though I try not to, I find myself worrying all the time. Collar point. Left, right, or even both. All this worry and anxiety, it's really upsetting. It's making me so fearful. I feel like I can't control it. Under the arm. This worry and anxiety, it's so hard to deal with. Top of the head. All this worry and anxiety. It feels overwhelming sometimes. Inside of the eyebrow. I really hate that it controls me. Outside of the eye, this worry and anxiety. Sometimes it just consumes me. Under the eye. Sometimes I can't help it, it just feels like a reflex. Sometimes I worry without even realizing it. Under the nose. Almost like It's part of my daily routine. Like I can't control it. Chin point. It feels like people are always telling me to stop worrying. That's not always so easy to do. Collarbone. And I don't want to feel this way anymore. Under the arm. I want to control my life instead of letting worry and anxiety and fear control me. Top of the head. All this worry. It's exhausting. Inside of the eye. It just feels like a regular part of my life sometimes. Outside of the eye. But I know I can take control if I put my mind to it. Under the eye. I can step up and take control. Under the nose. Then worry doesn't have to consume me anymore. Chin point. I can choose different thoughts and create a different outcome for my life. Collarbone. Yes, I know it's true that 70% of what we worry about never comes to pass. Under the arm. That's a lot of wasted energy. Inside of the eye. Besides, science has proven now that what we think about comes about. Outside of the eye. What we focus on expands. Under the eye. Where thoughts go, energy flows. Under the nose. What we give energy to becomes our actual reality. This is scientifically proven, so I know I can believe it. Chin point. What I want in my reality is to worry less, to have less anxiety and stress. Collarbone. What I want in my reality is a better outcome. Better than all the things I imagine when I'm worrying. Those worrisome thoughts only create stress and make things worse. Under the arm. So that means I need to envision a different outcome. That means, top of the head, I need to imagine a different and better outcome whenever I begin to worry. Inside of the eye, I can make a conscious choice, a different choice. Outside of the eye, a more positive choice. Under the eye, and I'll focus on that instead of focusing on the worst case scenario. Under the nose, yes, that feels so much better. I'll give that some energy. I'll give those positive outcomes my focus. Chin point. That's where I'll focus my time and energy, on the positive outcomes. Collar point. What I focus on expands. So I'm going to focus on a more positive outcome and see that happening in my mind's eye. Under the arm, I can create my own reality. And what I focus on expands in my actual physical world. Top of the head. Why worry about something or someone and then send all that negative energy out? That will just disempower the situation and create fear for all of us. Inside of the eyebrow. Instead, I'm going to send them love, good energy, and positive thoughts for the outcome that I want to see happen. Outside of the eye, that will help create a more positive outcome around the issues I'm concerned with. Under the eye. Yes, they can feel positive energy coming from me. That's so much better for me and for them or the situation. Under the nose. Instead of sending them negative energy, I'm going to empower them, almost like a prayer, to send them good energy. Under the chin. I can do this. Collarbone. That's a much better way to spend my time and energy. Under the arm. Yes, right now I'm going to think about that situation I'm concerned about. And instead of worrying about the worst case scenario, top of the head, I'm going to envision the best outcome. I want you to take a moment now and really envision that.